Alright guys, I want to talk about eBay scams in particular with used machinery. This is by no means an exhaustive list of the way these guys can scam you out of money, but machinery is quite a common one that they like to use. They're not plant guys, they don't care about you or the kit, they don't own the kit. They are literally just looking for a free ride and a way to get some money out of anyone. Machinery is quite a good one for them because a lot of the time people will buy it unseen, which is, you know, ideal for them. We're all busy contractors and you see a machine and it's up in Scotland or wherever, and you think, oh, I'm down in Hampshire, I'm not going to go all the way up to Scotland, you know, it looks great machine, price is good, I need it, you know, busy, on the phone, whatever, and you pay these people. It happens, and there have been plenty of honestly good guys who have been scammed out of money this way. So here is my top kind of common things to look for to get a feel for if something is a scammer, because you know we all have to buy things that we haven't seen, particularly common in this game, but there are good reputable people to do that from, and then there's people who are just looking to cheat us. So this is my list. Right, number one of the common things that these scams have is the price is too good to be true, and they often will use a fake advert. So they'll take a machine that might be genuinely for sale and they will basically replicate that advert, steal all of the information below. They don't care what the machine is, to be honest. They don't care anything like that. They do have a tendency to like freshly painted machines and ones that kind of look very tidy, but generally they'll use anything, and the price will be way too good to be true. You know the machine's worth 10 grand and it's up for 6 or 7. Scam. Number two is that these listings are often at the opposite end of the country to wherever you are. They'll be up at John O'Groats or they'll be down at Land's End, and that is often how they move on for their next play, which is of course to stop you looking at the machine, because they have it, so they definitely don't want you to look at it, and the best way to do that is to stick it somewhere absolutely miles away, or say that it's miles away. Northern Ireland, wherever they can really, that's just as far away from wherever you are as possible, or most people. Timbuktu is a great place to list a machine. If it's listed there, it's probably a scam. So number three, these are all in conjunction with one another, by the way. I don't have anything against people who happen to live in Inverness and want to sell a machine, but if it's cheap and in Inverness, I'd be asking questions. But what they then do with those two things is, number three is they will basically say, oh, they're either away. If you live close to them, if you happen to live in Inverness and the machine's there, you think, oh, I'll come and have a look at it, mate. Oh, well, I'm not in the country and the machine's actually at my mate's house down in Dorset. They come up with all these things, anything to stop you looking at it. But what they'll do is they'll transport the machine to you, and you can try it out, and it'll be a small cost, you know, like a deposit. Try it out for a week, they say, and if you don't like it, we'll pick it up. And you think, cheap machine, sounds good, it's miles away, he'll send it to me. Oh, I've got to pay, okay, he wants £1,000, you know, that's fair enough. I'll, you know, wedge a little bit of money towards it, and, you know, if I don't like it, well, how can I go wrong? Because I've got the machine, right? And if he wants it back, he can come and get it because I've paid £1,000 for it. So you think, well, it's in my favour, right? Nope, that'd be a scam. So these guys won't send you the machine, they don't even have the machine, they're not interested. What they're interested in is your deposit money, which of course you duly pay over because, you know, well, transport's going to cost me a couple of £100, mate, and, you know, a bit of goodwill, and that's how they do you. So there are easy ways to stop this. You've just got to recognise the signs, obviously the ones I've gone through, and the main one is to never buy a machine that you haven't seen. Because that's the number one way to stop scammers. Now, there are some exceptions to this rule, and that is from dealers. So if there are a lot of decent, very genuine used machinery dealers around the country, and they very often sell machines that we haven't used, I've bought some myself like that, you can often use some things though to check that they are a genuine dealer and that they exist at their location. They've got nothing to hide, of course, so you know, they've no problem with you doing a bit of research on them either. Generally, these guys will have a website. They'll be listed on Companies House, at a yard, at an existing property. Good places to check on things like Facebook and other groups, forums, plant forums, etc. That people have used them before, dealt with them, got a feel for how these guys are, because there have been a couple of cheating dealers in the past as well, of course. So kind of, it's not the same as buying a used car, because often with a used car you go and look at it, right? Although there are plenty of these websites now where they seem to want to sell you a car without seeing as well. So we look forward to the scams with those. But, or not from the genuine websites, from people trying to replicate that model. Anyway, you can check out a dealer and they will check out. They will be genuine people. They'll be able to send you pictures, and normally their pictures have their logo in the background, so you can actually tell that the machine is at their yard, for example, at their premises. Scammers don't do this because they steal other people's, sometimes even dealers' pictures of machines. But again, the price will be fair from a dealer. You'll be able to ring them up and they'll know about the machine. They may even be able to send you some more information about it, some more pictures. All of this ties it down to being at their yard, and then you can build a relationship with that person and gauge whether you want to buy that machine unseen or not. But I'm talking about the private kind of sellers here. I really wouldn't buy a machine from a private seller, even someone like myself, for example, without coming to see it or knowing fairly well that I exist, I own the machine and what it is. So people get caught out because genuinely, you've got the signals, the symptoms are the cheap price, it's too good to be true, really. It's listed somewhere absolutely miles away. The guy, you can't go and see it because the guy isn't there, the machine isn't there, various things, his uncle's died, any excuse you can to not see it, but he'll send it down to you, which is very nice of him, and you can try it, all of these things. It's like, you just scam. They're very good now. They have taken over genuine people's eBay accounts, so they've got the feedback because they've hacked that, and they are pretty good at fooling you, but they will never let you see the machine. So it's my number one tip, really, is go and see the machine. I'd love to hear from you guys. Maybe you've been unfortunate enough to nearly fall for one of these guys in the past. I know it's getting easier now because it's more common in a way to see, and you just kind of see them when you know what you're looking for. But it would be great to hear some other experiences about how maybe you've avoided it, or other scams that you've seen with the used machinery market, and ways that we can avoid it. Because again, we all get the conversation going here. This video might just save one person from being scammed by these guys, and that would be great, because it's not fair on either other contractors or even people, genuine people who just want to buy a machine for their small holding or building a house or whatever. So please, let's get a conversation about it. Glad to hear your thoughts, ideas about how to avoid these things, and hopefully this video's helped you out. See you soon. Cheers.